A half-hearted husband divorced his wife because people kept whispering in his ear, questioning why he had married a woman older than him. Later on, he claimed she used him. Tobiloba met Tosin when he was 26, jobless and uncertain about his future. Tosin was 2 years older than him, coming from a wealthy background as a daughter of a powerful politician who still held a federal office. Despite their different words, Tobiloba was drawn to her confidence, elegance, and intelligence. She too saw something in him, his determination to work hard, and she loved him deeply. As their relationship deepened, Tobiloba decided to propose, his heart raised as he knelt before her, offering her a simple ring. Tosin's face remained unreadable until she finally spoke. Tobiloba, you are not man enough yet. You cannot marry my daughter. That's what my father will say. Tobiloba, I love you so much, but we can't get married now. You need to pursue success and stability. My family won't respect you if you are not financially stable. If you want to marry me, you need to stand on your own and do the wedding. Prove to them that you can provide for me. Tosin said to Tobiloba. Tobiloba felt the sting of her words, but he knew she was right. He took it as a challenge and not a rejection. With the help of her father's money, Tosin opened a printing company for Tobiloba, and the business grew rapidly. Before long, Tobiloba's hard work paid off. He began getting federal contracts to print campaign posters and billboards for them. Election season brought even more opportunities, and soon Tobiloba's business flourished. God is truly blessing me, he often told himself as the contract piled up. The once jobless man now handled millions in deals, and everything fell into place. The wedding he once dreamed of became a reality, and he financed every aspect of it, fulfilling Tosin's expectation. They got married in a grand ceremony, surrounded by family, friends, and politicians, all courtesy of Tobiloba's newfound success and Tosin's family influence. Soon after, they were blessed with 2 beautiful children, and for a while, life seemed perfect. But things began to unravel when his family started making snide remarks about Tosin's age. How can you marry someone older than you? It's not right. As handsome as you are, see who you got married to. A woman who is so fat, they said, along with other hurtful comments. At first, Tobiloba ignored them, but the comments gradually chipped away at him. He started to feel ashamed, even though Tosin had done nothing but love and support him. The pressure from his family became unbearable. He began to withdraw from his wife, avoiding social outings and finding excuses to stay away. Eventually, he found solace in a younger, attractive woman, someone he is older than for 5 years. A side chick he started taking everywhere, though he kept her hidden from his wife. Tosin noticed the change and asked Tobiloba, what's going on? She asked one evening as they sat in their living room. Nothing, he replied, not meeting her eyes. It's nothing, and you've been distant. We hardly go out together anymore. What's changed? Tobiloba sighed heavily, but said nothing. Tosin began to feel insecure and sad. Not long after, she discovered Tobiloba's affair and confronted him. He didn't deny it. By then, he was already in love with the side chick and willing to marry her. I can't take it anymore. People keep saying we are not compatible and all. I want a divorce, Tobiloba said to Tosin. Tosin begged him with tears in her eyes, crying profusely, but Tobiloba remained firm. They eventually divorced, just as Tobiloba wanted, and went their separate ways. A few months later, Tobiloba married his side chick and they began living together. But not long after, Tobiloba's business began to suffer. He stopped getting contracts and didn't understand why. Unbeknownst to him that Tosin had been using her father's connections to help him secure political contracts. He even personally reached out to some of his clients, but they gave him 1 or 2 excuses. His once flamboyant lifestyle faded as he became broke. The new wife's attitude towards him changed as well. She started hating him, throwing insults his way. That was when Tobiloba was now seeing Tosin's true colors. His first wife, even though she was older, she had always respected him. A few months later, the new wife packed her belongings and left him to his misery. The same family that had once called his wife an old woman was now urging him to make peace with her and bring her back. His ex-wife, however, avoided him like the plague. If he wanted to speak to his children, he had to go through the nanny. So Biloba had finally found a way to reach out to Tosin. Desperate and broken, he went to her home and fell to his knees, crying profusely. Please, Tosin, take me back. I am begging you. My life is ruined. Please take me back. He pleaded, gripping her leg as he sobbed uncontrollably. I know I've wronged you a lot. I can't live like this anymore. Please take me back. Tosin stood still, looking down at him with cold eyes. Nothing will ever happen between us again, she said firmly, pulling her leg away from his grasp. You are as poor as a church rat, and I was the one who touched you up. Do you really think it was your hard work that made your business flourish? It was my connection. I stood by you despite your flaws, and even begged you not to divorce me, but you insisted. Now you want me back? Tobiloba, still on his knees, cried harder, but Tosin wasn't moved. You are like my vomit, she added, her voice laced with disgust. I will never go back to my vomit. Jerking her leg free, she walked away without looking back. Tobiloba remained on the floor, his tears soaking into the carpet. He was back to square one, worse off than before. He sent friends and family to beg Tosin on his behalf, but she refused to listen to any of them. Now, if he wants to see his children, he had to go through the nanny, the driver, and 2 bodyguards. They would bring the children to him for a few hours and then take them back, ensuring that Tosin never had to set eyes on him again. Her resentment toward Tobiloba ran so deep that she couldn't bear being in the same space as him. Then Tobiloba was telling anyone who cared to listen that Tosin used him to have children, that if not so, she would have forgiven his mistake and accepted him back. One day, while telling a distant friend the same story, Tobiloba said, as usual, Tosin used me to have children. If not, she would have accepted me back despite my flaws, he said bitterly. His friend, who had known him for years, shook his head and sighed deeply. Tobiloba, what you are saying doesn't make sense. It wasn't Tosin who used you. You were the one who threw away everything she did for you. You are the one who disrespected her, listening to people who had no business in your marriage, and abandoned her when she needed you the most. She loved and supported you, even when she didn't have to. She didn't use you. She gave you her love, her time, and even her family's resources to build a business for you. You let pride get in the way when people talk about her age, and instead of defending her, you let those comments get to you. You found another woman because you thought the grass was greener on the other side, and now that you are seeing the reality, you are trying to blame Tosin. Tobiloba shifted uncomfortably in his seat, recalling how Tosin had always stood by him, even when his family insulted her. I was just trying to live up to expectation, he muttered. And look where it got you, his friend said bluntly. You broke a good woman's heart, and now you are paying the price. You thought success was just about money, but you forgot that respect and loyalty go both ways. Tosin begged you not to divorce her, but you insisted because of what others says. Now she's moved on, and you are trying to paint her as the villain? No, Tobiloba, you need to own up to your mistakes. Tobiloba sighed heavily. The weight of his friends was settling on his chest. He regretted his actions so much, but no going back. He fucked up big time and definitely will face the consequences. Do you think Tosin made the right decision, or was he supposed to accept Tobiloba back? Let me know your opinion in the comment section. I hope you learn 1 or 2 things in this story. See you in my next story. Don't forget to follow me, like this post, comment, share, and add to your favorite. Thanks for watching.